What's going on, everybody? I was drinking a little bit of coffee there and putting in a well-placed pause with no audio so that way I can make sure I turned off the YouTube one before it echoed. I'm figuring it out. Yep. Welcome. It's Wednesday night. It's Keeping It Shrimple, episode 22. And I'm getting ready for Aquashella. Feels like I've been getting ready for Aquashella for months now, but yep, we're down to the night before I leave. Dun, dun, dun. So let me say hello quickly to everybody that's in here. Alan Tooth, I don't know if you're still in here, but I saw you first. Dragon Lair, Snoochie Booch, Dee Dee. How you doing, Dee Dee? Good to see you. Monster Fish Gal, hello, Lori. Greg's Planet Tanks, how you doing? Freaky Fish Lady, how you doing, Holly? Paul McCarthy, Frank Basanta, hello, good to see you again. Jay Oliver, hope you made it safely, unless you're still traveling. Jeff Kane, hello. Cool. Everybody's pouring in. I saw a couple of hashtag waffles. Nobody wanted to do hashtag, from last week. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Johnny. Shooter's Range. Audra. Hello. Hashtag waffles. What's up, Butterface? New local Austin. Hello. Good to see everybody. You just got in Orlando about an hour ago. We spent the night in Destin on the beach last night. 86 here today. Psh, man, beep. It's 20 something here and icing or freezing rain anyways. It's a mess. Stupid weather. It's picking up cichlids. Hello. S. Hi, S. I got to say it extended so that way it's not just S. Accentuate. S. Let's see who else snuck in here. That's all I see so far that's willing to say hello. It's 20 of you. But yeah, so getting ready for Aquashella. How do you get your tanks ready? What do y'all do? Hey, Ginger, how you doing? Zen Ginger, Mandy, good to see you. Yes. Yeah, I never really thought about it before. At least I didn't have as much going on in my aquariums last year at this time, or last year when I went to Orlando. Let me think. No, I didn't have as many aquariums set up and not as much livestock. So this past week and a half, basically, I started working on one rack at a time and made it around all of the aquariums twice, as far as giving them really good water changes, trying to clean them up as good as I could. So that way, 5 days, folks. But I want to make sure they're okay in those 5 days, as well as ensure that the temperature is okay. I mean, really wasn't expecting it to drop down to freezing temperatures before we left. And lo and behold, here we are. So that's been kind of stressing me out today while I'm packing, when I'm looking outside and there's a sheet of ice on everything. Now, granted, I live out in the country, so it's not like I see a bunch of concrete and cars and everything full of ice. But my patio and my steps, they got ice all over them, ice all over the car. And we're supposed to have been east of it, too far east and too far south, but it got us. So I'm a little worried about that, but hopefully everything works out and it doesn't rain quite as much overnight as they anticipated. And maybe it's only about an hour's worth of drive that will be in icy conditions. Still a lot for a, Texan boy, but hopefully it won't be that bad. So we'll see. We'll just have to, it's a game time decision on what's going to happen, on whether I'll be able to brave the icy conditions, but I should be. I hope. We'll see. Either way, I still got to pack and make sure I have everything. And this is what, my fourth Aquashella. So I'm really hoping I don't make the same rookie mistakes I've done in the past, or I've forgotten a cord here or a charger there or any charging devices at all, or I get so caught up and excited at seeing everybody and going around and catching film that I hit the button and I film some stuff and I hit the button again and I don't realize that I didn't do it the right amount of times. So when I'm talking and holding the camera down is when it's actually filming instead of the other way around. So that's a real bummer when you do a bunch of video and then you get back and you look at it and you go, crap, it's all of me walking around. So yeah, I've made that rookie mistake before, I think, at all 3 Aquashellas. So hopefully this time I won't. Let's see. What's everybody talking about? Hey, what's up, Jess? -4 here. Ugh. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. 4 degrees. I don't have 4 degrees. Sorry, I heard a weird noise. The shrimp will have tripled when I get back. I hope so. But hopefully, at least, like I said, I did real good on getting the aquariums to where I think they should be okay. I mean, I'm not worried about feeding the shrimp because there's plenty of algae, plenty of stuff for them, biofilm, all the natural stuff that they eat anyways. The fries should be okay in the tanks that they're in. The killifish should be fine. And I've been getting film on all of that because I want to do the finale of my killifish series and make sure that I kind of want to close it off, but I'm so excited because there's a lot of little fry in there and not so little fry in there. So it's pretty cool, the footage I've been catching lately. And like I said, in my videos, I said it'll probably come out at the end after Aquashella. So hopefully when I get back from Aquashella, I'll be able to close out that series or at least do the last one for a little bit until I get them separated and maybe have a second and third and fourth tank breeding. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's exciting. But that's been fun. Hi, Mike's Turn to Aquatics. Good to see you. Yeah, it's cold down here, isn't it, Mandy? For us, you know, we got to put that disclaimer in there. This is Texas. Really? 20-something degree and ice? Give me a break. I know everybody up there is used to it, but at the same time, when it turns 90-something and you guys are melting, you know, we're like, that's nothing. Wait till it's 110. So it's all a matter of where we live. It's all good. We're all in the same aquarium. Just got different hot spots and cold spots, right? There you go. So anyways, thinking about all of the stuff, I was kind of worried about it when I was doing my aquariums. And I was thinking, you know, what does everybody else do? Some people have auto feeders. Some of the high-tech fish rooms I know have Wi-Fi controls and they got it through the network and all that stuff. Well, I'm not all that fancy. Sorry. Shame on me, I guess, but I'm not all that fancy yet. I assume one day I probably want to be because everybody does, but I still like being able to be engaged. And by constantly doing it manually, it keeps me engaged. I have to pay attention to what's going on in my aquariums. So that's why leaving them alone for 5 days, scary, very scary. And especially because there's a couple of tanks that I haven't been being too good to me. And no matter what I do, I can't catch up. I can't catch up with whatever's going on in the tank with water changes. So there's a couple of them that I'm like, oh no, I'm going to come back 5 days and it's going to be well, it'll probably be a green water tank. And maybe that's a good thing. But I think I'm going to leave the lights off. And when I'm talking about that row right there in the middle, that middle tank, I've been trying. It is still giving me some issues. It's giving me some issues that I'm not happy with. So I got to take care of that one. But that'll happen when I get back. Am I bringing any shrimp to barter with? See, that's a good question too. I don't know if I am or not. I don't really want to step on anybody's toes. There's going to be buypetshrimp.com. He's going to have his shrimp there. Flip Aquatics is going to have shrimp there. Grant from the Garden of Eden is going to have shrimp there. I know Joe's going to have some plants and tissue cultures and shrimp products and foods. And so there's going to be a lot of catering to the shrimpers out there already. And since I really don't want to mess with taking anything out there, I might take a couple of, shrimp in my back pocket just because, I can't go anywhere without my shrimp. Why? Why do you ask?
Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
That's why. So, if anything happens, it's a secret. If I take shrimp, don't tell anybody that I'm taking shrimp. So you'll just have to see me out there. Later, Snooch Booch. Have a good one. Hi, Carrie Eagle. Good to see you. So yeah, but I'm not going to do anything major. I'm not going to have like 20 bags of shrimp to sell because, again, I think anything that I do sell, like my t-shirts, that's about as much table space as I really want to take up. It's their table. They paid for it. I'm just a tag along, so I don't want to really overstep my welcome, if you know what I mean. Yeah, parking lot shrimp deals. Hey, it happens. Been there, done that several times. How much percentage of water do I change? It really depends on what tank it is. So like my guppy tanks, I'll do 75% water change sometimes. This past week, I only did about 50% water change, but I wanted to make sure it was a good, decent water change before I leave them for a little while. On my shrimp tanks, my Caridinas, it's about 20% that I'll water change. And most of them, it's just a top off. Especially in this colder weather, running a heater in the aquarium, in the fish room, and keeping the fish room at temperature, you get a little bit more evaporation. So I've been topping those off, but that's really about it. I don't like to change water too much, but at the same time, I like to change it enough. And I can't really tell you the mathematical equation to figure out how to formulate what is enough. It really depends on the size of the tank, what you have in it, the plants, the filtration, the lighting, the temperature. It's so many different things. So I go by feel. That's just me. I keep it shrimple and I go by feel. And whether or not I'm having problems in the tank. Just bring a couple dime bags of shrimp. I hear you. I'm Mystery Snail Guardians, Annette. That's easier. I'll just say Annette. Good to see you. Why have you not turned that into a short yet? That's a good idea, Matt. Man, you're giving me all the good ideas. Matt says I need to get a shirt that says, I like it when you call me Big Papa. Thanks to Dee Dee. So he already committed to wearing one. Even Brooklyn Bell even said that she'd do it. She'd get one if it's. I love it when you call me Big Papa. That's so fun. It makes me blush. Who else has come in? Let's see. Big Tank Hank, what's up? Push, push. Lefty 3213A, what's good, shrimp people? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lefty. Happy birthday to you. Jigglypuff. That was funny. That was hilarious. And then I still can't unsee Eric Wyrock wearing Rico leggings. I mean, oh no. And he did it twice. He may have done it more, but twice was all that I could watch. My eyes melted. My melting eyes. It was crazy, but it was fun. I could do that on back of shirts instead, right? I know. I need to get some that way. But it's kind of last minute now, isn't it? That's my buddy Jeff, Texas Fish Room, 712 Apparel. Made me this Papa Shrimp embroidered shirt for last Aquashella that was in Florida. And I wore it then. I unveiled it then. It was awesome. And the hat. So I got both hat and shirt. And this hat is a hot commodity. So many people, can I have? No, you can't. It's the only one in the world. This color, this style. Let's see. Right, Mandy? No way. Rico's face is not meant to shiver like that. Does Eric Wyrock? Eric, are you in here? I think I'm still excited because I'm trying to go through everything I need to pack. And of course, first thing I'm doing is I'm making sure I have the battery for my camera and I have the charger packed for the battery for my camera, and that I have some memory cards and empty memory cards and extra memory cards just in case. And then all my different cords to charge it, my gimbal, the tripod stand. And I'm taking my Rebel camera and my Samsung phone because I love getting that video off my Samsung phone. And then, of course, I get some on my iPhone, too, because that's the one I carry around anyways. So I got to make sure I have all of that. I have stickers with me, of course, clothes and various accoutrements for my personal hygiene. And then my fish tube cards, which I feel bad because if they changed it to Aquashella Creator, do I need to change the logo? And I might as well just take all of these up there and get rid of them. So that way in Dallas, I'll be updated and get a new one made, right? All right. Yeah. There we go. Let's keep it shrimple. So I got that going on. What other things? I mean, like, I think I have all my lights adjusted properly so that they go off and on with the timers appropriately. Like I said, no fancy Wi-Fi or anything, which I should at least have the Wi-Fi plugs. But again, this whole room is supposed to be temporary, so I didn't go through the trouble of making it that perfected and that efficient yet, because it's supposed to be temporary. No, I don't have a. As a matter of fact, my house is heated by space heaters. Yes. Again, it was supposed to be temporary, but I've had to make do. So later, my fish tank squatics. Have a good one. But yeah, so I think tank wise, I'm good. Is there anything I missed? Did anybody say anything? Tomorrow I'll be here. I'm not leaving like at 5 a.m. in the morning or anything. I got good enough time. I think Jess said they're planning on leaving Shreveport or her house from around 7 in the evening. So that gives me plenty of time because it's only going to take me about 2 hours, maybe 3 at the most. Well, I got to stop by Jeff's, and that'll probably take a couple of hours hanging out, talking, checking out his fish room, whatever. But you never know. But I plan on leaving it around noon, so that'll give me plenty of time to make sure I get everything, I hope. I don't know what else. Yeah, like I said, if I do decide to take some shrimp, but I'm not really going to take anything, like I said, not to put at the table. I'd love to take some shrimp, especially some of my blue ones. If anybody wanted. Now, if anybody wants anything, hit me up and let me know. But I'm not going to put anything out, like I said, for display, so to speak. But let me check something real quick. That was quick. Dun, dun, dun. I'm back. Maybe I should have just left this running.
Shrimp. Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
But it only does it that one time. And then I'm stuck with that face. Right? If I bring shrimp, they won't make it past your fish room. Is it normal for shrimp to sunbathe under an intense light? Are they trying to get vitamin D for calcium uptake? Huh? That's a good thought. Maybe they do. Maybe they do like to get out there and get a little bit vitamin D, but I don't know if it works the same way with shrimp as it does for us. But I do like seeing them when they're out grazing, and just like if nothing's, whether the light's on or not, and they're just having a good old time. And to me, that's a healthy tank. When the shrimp are hiding and under a lot of cover, to me, that tells me that they're stressed out a little bit. Yes, I want something that won't die in my water. Well, fix your water, man. Take care of your water right, and then the shrimp will live. You need all the Neos. Oh, wait. Now you're going to tell him to search my stuff, huh? He's going to pat me down. Excuse me, sir. Let me pat you down. See if you have any shrimp in your pocket. Which, that's funny because I do have a little piece of audio like the one that says I love shrimp. I have another piece of audio that somebody says shrimp in my pocket. So I cut that little part and I need to do something with it. I like catching little tidbits like that or snippets, samples. It's fun. I have another one that says, no, you shut up, Jerry. I figured y'all would like that one. Let's see. Yeah, maybe they just feel the extra warmth. Maybe it helps them with molting. I couldn't tell you. I haven't really paid attention enough because when they're usually out and about, and I'm just happy to see them because, again, I think that's a sign of a healthy tank, that they're not all just in the corners, under stuff, just being still. I think that's when they're a little bit stressed out. A liquor run. All right. Be careful. Oh, no. Your blue dreams are gone. What happened? Triple J Aquatics, what's up? What's up? Texas crew. There, Papa Shrimp. On top of all my floating plants directly under the light, 2/3 of the shrimp in the tank, mostly female, were in one strip about 2 inches under the light. Maybe, for whatever reason, that leaf or that part of the plant is getting some extra biofilm and or algae, and they're up there munching away on it. That's because I remember when I have a lot of floating plants too, the shrimp do. They get up there, especially because sometimes just the way the leaf is under the water or right underneath the surface creates a little bit of a gap, and bacteria and biofilm and even algae get on there, and the shrimp just, they go have a buffet. But that's, again, I'm not trying to be all scientific and technical about it. I'm just going off of layman's terms of kind of what I see and what I think. It's eventually you'll figure out that I like to figure out the whys. I'm all about the whys, and all of the other technical stuff. You can explain it to me all day long, but I want to know why. So a lot of it is just, what do I see happening and what do I think's happening? Just like last week when I said I think the shrimp eat the snail shells. When I was looking at this tank right here today, even, I noticed that there's like half of a snail shell that it looks like it's got little bite marks all the way around the edges. And that's got to be from the shrimp. There's nothing else in this tank but shrimp. So I think that they're eating the snail shells. Now, is that a scientific fact or why they're doing it? I think they're doing it for the calcium, for their exoskeletons. But, it's just what I see. Does that make sense? You didn't think of the food aspect. Yeah, I think a lot of it, that's what it is just sometimes leaves are just right under the surface, and it creates a little gap where stuff collects and it gathers, and the fish can't get up in there, and the shrimp, they don't care. Sometimes shrimp will get up and they'll be halfway out of the water eating the food. If it's there, they're going to go after it. Good coffee, good coffee. Yes, I know it's late. I shouldn't be drinking coffee this late. Probably keep me up, but I wanted coffee. I wanted to have some coffee with you guys. It's cold out here, and so might as well enjoy it, drink a little coffee, and, talk shrimp. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Did you hit that thumbs up button? Yes, please. Please hit that like button. Share the video. I'm starting to understand analytics a little bit. I've been paying attention to it and trying to figure some of that stuff out. What do I do wrong? Blah, blah, blah. But a lot of it is, yes, leaving comments helps the videos. Even afterwards on the rewatch, that helps the videos for the YouTube algorithms. The thumbs up, liking it, sharing, people being engaged, all of that stuff. That helps the video. So if you could help me out, please do. The more the merrier, I always say. At this hour, you drink it up until midnight. Sometimes I do. And sometimes I drink it to help me go to sleep. Strange, but it works. Pecan coffee, 24 hours a day. What's up, Patrick Hardy? Don't worry, your stuff's still coming. I haven't forgot you. Yeah, 85 yesterday. It was in the 70s the other night, and then it dropped down into the 40s yesterday. And then today, wake up in the 20s. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see. Anybody else? Anybody else? Who else likes coffee?
Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
That's so fun. Got to have fun with it, right? Yeah. And so, again, I'm still going down as long as I can escape from my little ice zone. I plan on taking the I Love Shrimp thing to the next level at Aquashella and really trying to get as many video spots and people saying I love shrimp and having fun with it, because really, other than helping Eric and Joe out at the bipetshrimp.com table, really I have that one live stream for the Aquashella creators booth with Joe, but really there's other than going around catching video, seeing everybody talking, hanging out, and it's more about afterwards when we're not in the middle of everything that we'll get a lot more conversations going. But it's one of those things. I don't have a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of purpose for Papa Shrimp this time, other than I love shrimp. So I want to go out there and love shrimp. That makes sense. Hang out with Grant, with Joe, with Eric, with Rob, and see all the shrimpers that are entering shrimp, or not see them, because I have a feeling a lot of them are shipping them in. But we'll see. It's going to be fun. I'll try to figure out something. And like I said, if I can make this I Love Shrimp thing take off a little bit, that'll be kind of cool. It'll be a fun video anyways. It'll be fun making it. And I want to see a bunch of people smiling, talking about shrimp, right? Who likes shrimp?
Shrimp. Who else loves shrimp? I love shrimp. Who else loves shrimp?
Does that answer your question, Matt? Oh no, my battery is in battery saver mode. Crap. See, I was running around, and that's another thing. Should I take my PC or my laptop so I could maybe possibly stream from out there? But I know everybody else is going to be doing it, so maybe I'll just jump on their stream and stream bomb in the background, photo bomb, whatever you want to call it. There you go, Chris. Woohoo! I appreciate it. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Coffee and YouTube. My dad was coffee and CNN. Yeah, I could see that. Good stuff. I used to hate coffee when I was growing up, and I was like, no, I'll never be one of those coffee nuts. Even when I was in the Army and I was in Seattle, so I know some of you know that area up there, but in the late 80s when I was there and I was stationed in Tacoma, Washington, Fort Lewis, we would go up to Seattle and go to the mall up there. And it blew my mind because down here in Texas, you go to the malls and all the little kiosks that are in between all of the stores, they're sunglasses and jewelry and now, cell phone and cell phone cases and stuff like that. Well, up there in Seattle, it was totally different at the mall that I went to. I don't know what the name of it was, but this mall, it was crazy because you'd walk in and there's like a kiosk for lattes and a kiosk for hot Joe and Java. And then there's one for espressos. And I was like, what is all of this stuff that people are drinking? Because I had no idea back then. I mean, I was not even 20 years old. So just a few years ago. But then the kiosks, every other one besides coffee was Nintendo, since Nintendo's headquarters were up there. So that was my experience in Seattle, realizing that people up there took their coffee more serious than people around here take McDonald's. There's a McDonald's on every corner if you look in most cities. So up there, it's coffee shops and coffee bars and homebrew coffee shops, just all kinds of coffee. It was crazy, but I wasn't into coffee then, so I didn't want nothing to do with it. And then I got out, started working in a machine shop, getting there at 5 o'clock in the morning in a metal building with metal machines with a bunch of metal that were cutting. And it was cold. And so started drinking coffee to help keep myself warm. And lo and behold, now I love it. I love coffee. Oh, thanks, Dee Dee. There you go. I love shrimp. I love it. Y'all are fun. Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics. How you doing? Expression fudge. Whoa. Espresso fudge. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking you were saying, but wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't always into coffee, but then, yeah, it happens, and now I'm a convert. And yes, I do every once in a while. I want a good cup of coffee made from that place that everybody hates because coffee's too expensive. But the ones I get aren't $8 coffees unless you get them at the hotels like the Gaylord, which I think the coffees there, the regular old coffee Americanas, even I think they're still $6 or $7. I know in Las Vegas they're crazy stupid. At least they were when I went to Vegas 15 years ago. God, it's been forever. Houston, we have a problem. Can't kick myself off coffee. Yeah, exactly. I probably should. Well, okay. I have to admit it. You know, with my heart and stuff, yep, I'm not supposed to drink caffeine like I do. I'm not supposed to drink and eat a lot of stuff like I do. Okay, I'm not. But at the same time, I can't just cut everything off that I've been doing my 50 some odd years of living. If I do, I think my body would go into shock. So I got to figure out a way, yes, to reduce amount of coffee slowly. Maybe switch to decaf here and there. I don't know. Same thing with red meats and greasy, fatty foods and pizzas and fried chickens and good stuff. I gotta stop eating so much good stuff and eat more not so good stuff like fruits. But fruits are good. More veggies, more greens. No, I'm not that bad, but yeah, I got to do better stuff. So I probably should change my coffee diet, my caffeine intake, because if it's not coffee, it's tea. Then if it's not tea, then it's Cokes. Hi, Barbara Jackson. You know, I probably too much caffeine. And that's probably why I have sleep issues too. Is probably from the caffeine, but you only live once, right? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Mountain Greenery. Hello, good to see you. That's pretty cool. We got 34 people in here, all talking coffee. Yes, right now we're talking about coffee because I'm drinking coffee. But mainly it was talking about trying to get ready for Aquashella. Could give up red meat easily, not getting my coffee. Oh, I read that wrong. Hi, Barbara Mountain Greenery. It's Hi, Barbara and Hi Mountain Greenery. Okay, oops. See, too much caffeine. I am Cornholio. Yeah, maybe I do drink too much coffee. Jess is already thinking, oh no, he's going to be hopped up on coffee the entire 13 hours to Florida. I love shrimp. I love shrimp. I think you should live stream during the event. So many people said they would last time, but got so busy that we didn't get many live streams. Yeah, I know. And it's crazy how, because I know a lot of people that were there and they were like, damn it, I meant to live stream. Or like, I think Boss Aquatics, he did actually live stream from there. I think Chris Multi-Tank Addictions did live stream from there. I know Jess live streamed from there. And the reason I know that they did, because I photobombed them. You know, I got my face in there somehow. Papa Shrimp. Are you driving all the way over there, Holly? Hey, what's up, Chattanooga Ed? I can't make fun of your red beard right now because you changed it to a different color. And, you know, don't laugh at me, but I can't tell what color it is. So I'm not even going to guess. I want to grow my own lettuces for better eating. That's a good idea. Use fish tank water. Use some aquaponics. Is that what they call it when you're using fish tank water? That's a cool concept. And I've seen some of the things people build, the DIY things that they build, and it's kind of cool. Hey, Wes, how you doing? James Gype, what's up? Stay engaged. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Oh, wait. Support the channel. Yeah, there we go. I got it right. Let's see. I'm on the Georgia-Florida border. All right, cool. You're eating chicken nuggets. What's up, Scuba Steve-O? Cool. Awesome. Good to see everybody in here. Glad we're having some fun. And live streaming there at Aquashella, like we were saying, Annette. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the whole idea, I think, most of it. And I'd love to do some live streaming, but we do get caught up. And it's because it's so overwhelming when you're around that many people. You're in the middle of, you see all the vendors, the booths, the lasers. There is so much sensory overload, but at the same time, it's all fish, reptiles, people, fish tube, the creators, the aquascaping, the shrimp contest, the fish the coral reefs, and the black lights and the artwork. It's just wow. And you get caught up in it. And next thing you know, the thing's over and people are walking out and you're like, I forgot to get video. Or you get on your track to do something and somebody stops you and says, hey man, can you help me out? Sure, I'll help you out. And the next thing you know, your window of opportunity is gone. So yeah, it's crazy, but it's fun. I mean, everybody who's been, I know, will say it. It's fun. Your job's to keep Joe awake. My job to sleep on the way. Your job is to keep him awake. I'm right in the back with the puppies. We're going to be napping. Right? Hi, Crontail. Good to see you. Yeah, and like I said, live streaming. So even when you sit down and you say, okay, everybody, I'm going to plan to do it at such and such time, and you try to give people notice, and then there's always a chance you may miss it just because you get distracted. It's hard not to get distracted. And then, like I said, the Gaylord, this will be the second time that they've had it there, and this will be my second one going there. But it's an awesome setup that they have, and the hotel is just phenomenal. The whole atrium with the alligator park and everything that's in there it's It's awesome. It's a little Disneyland in itself, but not really, not even close. But it's good enough for us to be there for the entire weekend and feel pretty good about it. Unless you do want to get out. Well, last time me and Jason took off, we left the hotel property so that we could go to, I forget what it's called, but it's some famous seafood buffet place. I don't know. Supposedly some famous seafood buffet place. And we just wanted to go there because of the lobster tail and crab legs and being a buffet. And oh man, we ate so much. But it was awesome. But that was the only time we left the hotel, and we went right back. And then I went and I found Joe, Eric, SC Fish Keeping, Zach from SC Fish Keeping. Everybody was all up in the bar, sports bar that's in the courtyard between the hotel and the conference rooms or the conference center. So that's where everybody was hanging out that I found that day. Anyways. How long will it take you to get to Orlando? Well, Jess says it's about a 13-hour drive from her place, and it's about 2.5, 3-hour drive from here. So I guess in all from my place, it's a 16, 17-hour drive. We'll see. I mean, it depends on how good we keep each other awake driving down there. And I feel bad for Joe if he's going to drive all the way there. The only thing I could picture is he's going to drive there, drop us off, and go back to the hotel room and crash while we run around, do stuff. And then same thing on Sunday. He'd do the same thing, drive all the way back. And then Jess will be running around doing stuff while he's crashed out of sleep. So we'll see. Because I think we're leaving Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. He did last time. Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of driving. But been there, done that. I have done it before. Oh, the drive to Ohio from Texas. That's a long haul, and I didn't realize how long of a haul it was until I did it, and then I looked at the map of the United States, and I went, holy crap. That's a long ways away from home. Long ways. But, hey, you do what you got to do, right? Yes. So we'll see. It's going to be fun. I just got to remember. I got to remember not to make any more rookie mistakes. I have a feeling I'm going to do something. I'm going to forget something and be like, how did I, this is my 5th Aquashella and I'm today 4th Aquashella, whatever. And I didn't rookie, but hey, you live and you learn. I'll learn for the next time. That like driving from Houston to Laredo? Yep. Well, I used to live in Laredo, as a matter of fact, so that's why I'm familiar with that drive. And it's not as long as it used to be. When I was a kid, it used to take us about 9.5 hours to get to Laredo to go see the family. And then when they changed the speed limits, now it takes like 7 hours, maybe. He said, yep, yes, it is. We've lost a few Neos and noticed one with what looked like some white fuzz on its mouth area. Then it died. White fuzz on its mouth area. The only thing I could think is that you might have, now I'm not going to be able to remember the name because of too much darn coffee. I can't remember the name of the little bugs that get on shrimp. Now, what you could do is do a massive water change, take them all out, do a massive water change, give them a salt bath to try to get rid of those bugs. They usually collect around the gill area, face, and mouth. I forget what they're called. Yeah, screwdularia. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Moby Dick. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's what they are. But you can give them a salt bath and get them back into the water, and it should take care of them, at least if they're that much. I've never tried the dewormer on them, so I can't tell you yay or nay, but I have given my shrimp salt baths before and gotten rid of any of the scuturilia. I thought it was scuturilia, maybe it's scutularia. But yeah, that's the only thing I've ever done. And I know there's other methods out there. So look up some videos, because I know there are some good videos. I know at one time I used, what's it called? Red ruby reef stuff. Totally wasn't just balancing on a chair to film. Sure, Lefty. You turned 30 and now you're doing crazy stuff, huh? But I forget what Lucas uses it all the time, but I used to use that too, and that works really well. It's a good, wash for both of your fish and your shrimp, and your plants work good for those too. Dun dewormer, the easiest to kill them, but they don't cause death. Gotcha. I like the salt bath. It works. Simple, stupid. Hello, Surf City. Surf. Fenbendazole will nuke them and not harm shrimp. Yep. There you go. I've used fenbendazole before, not for the scuturilia, but for planaria and for hydra. Use it all the time. Hydra. Will no planaria work also? I never tried no planaria. I've only tried no planaria for planaria, And I wouldn't think it's quite as potent as like the fenbendazole, because it's a natural from what's the tree? Whatever tree that it comes from. I had my packet right here somewhere. Oh, it's over there. I'm not going to get it. Only got a few minutes left anyways. But that's good stuff. Thank you. See, we appreciate all of the expert advice that people could give, because, there's sometimes, like I said, if I haven't done it myself, I don't feel real comfortable recommending things that I haven't done myself. So I go with what I know, just because there are so many people that have really good information and really good knowledge that we can all share and learn from. So, the turn to 59 to freeway 69. What an inside joke. My mother, baby brother, home and land in Laredo, Texas, in the old capital of the Republic. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that's where my family's from. My mom's family's from Laredo. My dad's family from Encinal. And so we moved up from Laredo in 1979, I think it was. That's when we moved up to DFW. Been living here since. The white whiskers are a leech type. The ones that look like little, well, you know what they look like? They look like, yeah. Anyways, next question. Harmless to shrimp, so the shrimp died from something else. Yeah, when it comes to neos, that's one of the things that I know for sure is that the easiest way to tell when they're having bacteria issues is when they're creamy body. That's a definite, Yeah, you got something going on. Thanks, thanks. You said it. You said it, not me. Um, Sorry, Lefty. uh, but yes, they're dealing with a bacteria issue if they have the creamy bodies. And usually, if you have random deaths, like if you're seeing one die here and then one die the next day or stuff like that, it could be a slow bacteria issue that you could use Samaricin to treat with, or Paragard works good too. But damn it, Lefty. Where was I going with this? But yeah, the fenbendazole for the planaria, because the planaria and the hydra will sneak up on you, and so you can get the random deaths to where you have a death here and then a death there, maybe a couple of days later. And it's usually because if you get to looking really closely, and it's hard to see the planaria sometimes because a lot of times they don't come out until it's dark in the tank. And then if they come out during the day, you definitely have a pretty good infestation of planaria, because there's that many planaria that they're having to get away out of the substrate and out of their hiding places to come out and eat. So you got to kind of pay attention to that. I had same thing happen to me the other day. I looked in a tank and I had one shrimp that died overnight. It looked good. The shells looked good. Looked like there was nothing wrong with the molt. So I got to looking closer and looking at the edge of the glass underneath the substrate, and I saw a couple of planaria. So that tells me, of course, what I did was I put a couple of scoops and no planaria in there. Well, not a couple. I don't put that much at a time. Usually one scoop does me pretty good in a 10-gallon tank. How does one get planarian? Various different ways. Usually they hitchhike on plants. And in most cases, with most shrimpers, they come from your other tanks. And I hate to say it that way, but they come from your other tanks. Whether it's a piece of decor like driftwood, another plant, maybe from the mosses that you propagated and put in your next tank, or the simple fact of not cleaning your net before you go from tank to tank. So a little trick that I learned is always keep yourself a cup with vinegar water in it, white vinegar and water, and use that in between tank to tank. That'll help save you a lot of troubles. If you can, rinse it off in between uses from tank to tank. But it's okay if you go from the vinegar water into your tank. It's not going to make that much of a difference. It's not going to harm the shrimp. It's not a harmful chemical or anything, but the more you can disinfect your equipment, the better you are, because some of these organisms are microorganisms when they're born. So a little drop of water from one tank to the next, and you've just infested your next tank, and you won't see it until they've grown up. Yeah, it's mostly shrimpers because we don't have fish in our tank. And if you have fish and plants only, usually you won't see them. And if you have fish, plants only, especially, you're not putting any fish foods in there for the planaria to come up out of the substrate and want to eat. Now they may get starved, and maybe that's what happens in planted tanks is they starve, so they never thrive, and there's nothing for them to continue on. Who knows? But that's I never had that problem either, and I was like, people are crazy. You don't see, what the heck's a seed shrimp? The first time I saw seed shrimp was, it blew my mind. I thought it was baby shrimp. And then I started doing some research. This was about 4 years ago. I started doing some research and I was like, where do these things come from? And then I remembered, oh yeah, there's no fish. Shrimp only tanks. You'll notice all kinds of worms, all kinds of, what do they call them? Copepods, osteopods. You get those cyclops, you get the seed shrimp, you get scuds, planaria, flatworms, detritus worms. You get all kinds of stuff. But usually it's from plants. And, just from my own experience, because I'm careful as I'll be with plants that I have coming from somewhere else before I put them in my tanks, just because I've learned the hard way. But sometimes you forget, and then sometimes you don't put as much concern into it when you're doing it from your tank to the next. You just don't think, oh, there's nothing wrong with my tank, so I can go tank to tank to tank to tank to tank. And in a shrimp only tank, that's where I've noticed that, how did I get seed shrimp in this tank? I didn't put anything. Well, I probably didn't. When I caught all the shrimp that I culled and put them in this tank, maybe that's how they come, But again, I've been doing it enough to where if my tank has those kinds of things going on, I love to put my fry guppies or killifish in that tank and let them eat away at all the little things, because I don't have any fry in there yet. Now, if I start getting fry shrimplets, then not so much will I put fish in there, because I don't want them to get all, eaten away. But if I don't see any buried shrimp and I got some kind of, seed shrimp or anything, little critters in my tank that I want to get rid of, I use my fish for it. And it works well. And they get all nice and fat because they're eating natural live foods. Do you remember those lenses for your phone you and Jess got last year in Dallas? What was the name? I don't remember. I don't remember at all. That was a good question. Jess probably remembers. You'd have to ask her. Well, anyways, we're at an hour, and I appreciate everybody sticking around and hanging out. Wish me luck. Let's pray that the ice isn't horrible tomorrow and I can still make it to Louisiana to ride with Jess. Y'all have a good one. Thank you to all my mods. I didn't see any bots. If they came up, thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you for coming and showing me some love and support and keeping it shrimple with me. We'll catch you next time. Peace.